This video is on how to replace a fan, one of these, on your leaf blower. I have two leaf blowers here myself from my own landscaping business, the day job. They're both exactly the same except for the colour and a different manufacturer stamp on our sticker. We have a Castlegarden XBL 260H, and I have the gardencare GCBV 262. Today's video is just on how to change the fan on it. I actually had a Tanaka blower before, and I found that the actual fitting here for the collection pipe was inside here, and anytime it had hit the ground it would fall out. So I bought one of these as a kind of get out of trouble blower, just to get me through a week or two, and I ended up buying two of them. As I said, sometimes you can see Castlegarden on them, gardencare. AMA have a version as well, exactly the same. They're Korean made, but they're just different manufacturers are putting their stamps on it, you know. So what you do anyway is, well, we want to remove the fan in here if it's worn down from use. If it's it wouldn't be too bad if it's used as a blower constantly, but as a vacuum with the leaves and stuff going in here, you will get debris, things like that. So the plastic fan will have to be replaced. There's a little steel blades here as well to help with the mulching side of things in it. It's just 5 screws. I checked them all, they're all the same length. To remove, you have one here, one here, one here, one here, and one in here. And just, you can remove that cover then. And I've actually give that a bit of a clean out, get the debris and anything stuck inside in it that was caked onto it. I have that cleaned out. So we want to remove our plastic fan, and to do that we have to remove this nut, and I've checked the thread on it. It's an anti-clockwise. Sometimes with some of this garden machinery, particularly with trimmers, it's the opposite thread to open it, clockwise, but with this one it's an anti-clockwise. Now you might be able to open it by holding it with your hand and turning it, but what I always do is just put a bit of pull cord down into the plug hole. That'll hold your piston from going up and down, and you'll be able to loosen this nut, and in this case it's a 13mm. So we'll take off our plug cap cover and get it out. Back our plug cap cover, and we'll remove our spark plug. With these spark plugs on particularly the vacuum side of it, it can suck up a bit of water on the vacuum side of things, and I find that the water gets inside this plastic housing as well, and it can get onto the plug, so it kind of gets a bit muddy. So just make sure that insulator is perfectly clean. Otherwise you could have an intermittent spark. Put that aside a second. And what I do is just get a little screwdriver, and I put it down, and I turn the fan here then by hand to get the piston as far down as possible. You can see it's coming up there and then all the way to the bottom, so there's plenty of room for my cord to go in. Push my cord into my cylinder, down in through the plug hole, push in maybe 6 or 7 inches of it. So I have that well down, and holding that in place, I'm going to turn this until it comes to a stop. So when the piston goes up, it'll be pressing against the cord inside in the cylinder. That will stop it from turning, and you'll be able to open this nut. So just turn that, yeah, that's it. Anti-clockwise thread on this one. All blowers are different, but I suppose it's the same principle. Just take your time with it. There's our nut. there's our blade. Oh, I'm probably going to, might put a bit of an edge on that. You can see that there should be an edge here. It's quite blunt, and it's actually bored on the back of it as well. There's an edge on the forearm, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this for a minute, and I will sharpen that up. So we have our blade, our nut, and our fan just slides straight off. You have one insert that has to come out, and that can be this can be disposed of then. So I'll just show you there with the new one. That's the new one, ready to go, identical on both sides. And we'll be taking our insert and we'll be placing it into here in a minute, so I'll just keep that aside there. And you can see now with the new one versus the old one how much damage it actually take. Now I've been using this for 2 years. It's gone through the wars. It's used commercially, like it's only, these machines are only kind of a residential blower, but I haven't had any bothers with them. I've cleaned the carbs and give them a bit of a tune and stuff. I actually have another video up on how to tune these particular ones, and for the money you couldn't go wrong. They're retailing here in Ireland at about 190 or 200 euros. So for the money you really couldn't go wrong, and I have 2 of them. Just be careful when you're cleaning out your core here that there's one loose washer here. Just make sure that stays back, that goes back down onto it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for a minute, and I'm going to sharpen up my steel mulching blades that will go down over the fan. Now I've sharpened up the mulcher steel blades here. So we have our washer down. We can then fit our new fan down over a little drive shaft there. Then we have our insert that will, you can see the 3 notches that are here. They'll go in between the 3 notches. Push that down into place. Press down hard. Drop over our blades. They don't really matter where they are. And put our nut down over. Let me find our stopping point there now with our socket. Hold it in position. And remember our pull cord is still inside in our cylinder, stopping it from turning right. Stopping the piston from going up and down. And that's tightened down. That's more or less it there. What we'll do is we'll sort out our plug again so we can loosen this here now, pull out our cord, job done. Just make sure our plug is nice and clean. Get our plug down inside here. Always make sure you have your right threads, that your threads are well in order. Tighten down, plug cap on. Now we'll just put back on our cover there. Just line up our cover, make sure everything is aligned. What I find with these is if you're not aligned and you're after putting in some of the screws, like here, and you go to tighten it down, you could damage it, or you'll have to back out the screws again to get it to align. That looks good. So we take our 5 screws again, and I'm just going to set them down. I won't tighten them fully down till they're all in. And I'm happy that it's aligned. These blowers have actually done 2 seasons for me, 2 years. It's done all of 2015, probably from about May 2015 to, I suppose, to now really. It's done 2015, 2016, and it's done the start of 17 on the same blower fan. So for the money, you really couldn't go wrong. I usually give them a carb clean at the end of the season and a tune, just tune them up. I have another video on the tuning side of these ones with the tuning tool and the carb. But for the money, as I said, you couldn't go wrong. Now I can begin to tighten all these down hard. We're going to have a good tighten on these, because if there's any bit of vibration, they can tend to come loose. And what you'll notice with the old fan, it will become unbalanced, and with the blades being uneven, it will actually create vibration, and the engine will be putting all its power, or losing all its power through the vibration, rather than running smoothly and creating a lot of suction, a lot of blowing power. So with that, with the new one in, it'll run way better, way smoother, much stronger, and it'll have a better suction through the suction tube that will go over here and into the bag chute here. Or if you are blowing, you'll have that closed, and you'll have your screw down in here, and you should draw in the air here, and you'll have much better blowing power. But that's it, just how to replace it. Always run it up after you fit these things before you put them to work. Run them up, play around with them, make sure everything is right before you put them to work. And as I said, that's the gardencare GCBV262, and I have another video on how to tune the carbs on these ones. So that's it. There'll be more garden machinery videos coming up. I have a few fishing videos to come as well, and more seagull videos. So like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.